Good morning and welcome to today's verse. Today's verse comes to us from the book of Isaiah, Isaiah chapter 42, verse 3. But I want to read verses 1 through 4 as it gives you a complete picture of God's Messiah and whom we are talking about here this morning. Beginning at verse 1, it says this: "Behold my servant whom I uphold, my elect one, in whom my soul delights. I have put my spirit upon him. He will bring forth justice to the Gentiles. He will not cry out, nor raise his voice, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street. A bruised reed he will not break, a smoking flask he will not quench. He will bring forth justice for truth. He will not fail nor be discouraged till he has established justice in the earth, and the coastland shall wait for his law." Verses 1 through 4, it's a prophecy predicting the coming Messiah. And we see this fulfilled in Jesus as recorded in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 12, verses 16 to 21. This is a prophecy that was given 700 years before Jesus came to the earth. And verse 3, our verse, it speaks to the godly nature and the character of the Messiah, that God's servant whom he has called. It's in the beginning, notice it says to take notice of him, verse 1. "Behold my servant. Look, here is my servant." The Messiah will be God's chosen one. He will be the one that is called by God himself and not by man. The Messiah will have God's very spirit upon him, that he will be filled with the Spirit, the fullness of God's Spirit, equipping him to carry out the task that he has been called to do. The Messiah will be peaceful. He will not be boisterous. He will not be threatening. He will not be lawless, verse 2. But here in verse 3, notice that the Messiah will be compassionate. His very nature is one of love, of mercy, of understanding. He will be gentle to those that he served. Notice the reference to a bruised reed. A bruised reed. Reeds, they're useless. Basically, they're the things that people break off and they just discard them. They throw them away. But because the Messiah's heart is full of compassion, he will not just throw away those things that have been broken off, thrown away. He will not see them as useless, as sometimes we see people in that manner. To the contrary, his very purpose for coming to earth is to help those that have been bruised, those that have been wounded and weakened by the trials and the tribulations and hardships of life. A smoking flask, or in the New International Version, I think it says a smothering wick. It's like a flame that is about to go out, and you can take it in your hand and get close to it and gently blow upon it and keep the flames going. Hence, we have a picture of people whose lives are lacking purpose and meaning and understanding. They've lost all hope, who they've come to a point of despair, and expectations have been about snuffed out. But the Messiah, God's Messiah, will cup them in his hand and gently blow upon them and revive them and keep the flames going. The Messiah will be faithful and treat them justly, and he will bring true justice upon the earth, and the whole world shall know it. Jesus is the perfect servant of God, in whom he delights. To God be the glory for the great things he has done. I pray that you would meditate upon this verse. It would be a word of encouragement to you as you go throughout your day. I pray that you would have a great day. Have a safe day. And then tune in again tomorrow. Yes, as we consider today's verse. Amen.